What's up, YouTube?
What it do?
Welcome back to our channel.
All in
Bringing right
TV.
Yes.
Sup?
So you guys, we have been requested to do another video. Highly requested video.
Yes.
It is a little late.
And you're well overdue.
But we had to go in order.
We're good.
Alright, you guys. So, the name of this video is going to be
Italian.
Ross Capicchioni.
It's Italian.
And it was requested by
Rob Gibbons, Kurt Thomas, and LaKimbria Davis.
Yes.
Sup?
Family. So you guys, we gonna jump into this good old video, and as I always say,
Bingo.
sup.
Action.
Alright, my name is Ross Capicchioni. I'm from Macomb, Michigan. Suburb
Capicchioni?
outside Detroit.
Okay. I messed it all up. Capricorn.
How it happened? Well, it happened like I was a junior in high school. You know, 17-year-old punk shit. Just doing my thing, skating, hanging out.
What I mean is basically there's no...
This kid supposedly was supposed to be my friend, and I knew this kid for 10 years prior before this day. He asked me, hey, can you give me a ride to my cousin's house, you know, down in D? All right, yeah, well, like, what part? Like, the west side or the east side? And he's like, the east side. And I was like, nah, man, I don't got no business on the east side, you know? He's like, no, it's cool, man. Like, the east side, that's like 7 Mile, like, it's like a third world country. The police, they won't stop and get out the car. They won't pull you over. If there's gunshots, they'll wait till everything's clear and they'll come pick your body up off the street and that's it. He's like, please, man, please. I'm like, no. So like a week goes by, you know, I'm still telling him no, like, because I had a feeling, like, don't go down there. Kept asking me, I'll give you $30 for gas, all this shit. I'm like, all right, whatever. You know, you're my friend.
First
I'll take
off,
you down
it's
there.
been a week. You ain't got there yet by nobody you know?
I go to school that day, and I get out, and everything seems normal. We go to the gas station, he gives me the money for gas, we drive down there. So I get off, and it's just like, I get that eerie feeling like you're in a bad spot. When it's like broad daylight out, beautiful day like that today.
You gotta go with your first
and we're
instinct.
driving, and he's telling me where to go, and we pull out in the
Of course.
street. And you know, there's people outside, and he's like, all right, that's the house right there. So he's like, you know, pull around back in the back. Like when I turned the corner to go right, like I seen it was like caution, like do not enter and all this shit, but I still, you know, because I knew him for so long, I just thought, you know, it's the D, it's, you know, whatever. There was a fence, like a grass area, my vehicle, and then houses right there. So it was like, nah, I wasn't in the middle of nowhere or anything. And like I get out, and he gets out, and like, it's only a couple seconds, I'm looking around.
Ooh.
My ears are ringing, I'm like, man, that was close. And I kind of just glanced down, and my arm's just hanging off like a zombie. And I'm just looking at it, and I'm like, yeah, this is, you know, it's not real. And I kind of shake it off and look again, and it's just hanging off.
Shot.
My arm. And I'm
Ooh.
like, okay, then it kicks in, like blood, like flowing, like an animal. And then I look up, and this kid's just holding a shotgun, like 10 feet away from me, just holding it right at me. And I asked him, I said, like, did you shoot me? And he just...
Wow.
That's your homeboy for 10
in my
years?
chest like this big. So after that, I just dropped to my knees. I lost all my air. I couldn't see. I remember like being on my on my hands and knees, and I felt the barrel of the gun on my head. I felt this barrel just shaking still on my head, and so I smacked it away.
3 times.
He wanted
But
him
it was a
dead.
shotgun, so it sprayed. So it still like hit me in the head really good, but it didn't blow my head off like a watermelon, just to pieces. So after that, I got a little sight, and I was like, okay, I'm still moving. Like, I don't know what's going on with my head, but I know I'm alive. And I remember I looked up, and he was just staring at me. And he took the butt of the gun and, like, smashed me in the face with it. Knocks my teeth out. Like, I fall back, but I could still see at this point. And I don't understand, like, how I can see, because I have so much damage to, like, my lung and heart. I felt like these hands, like, in my pocket, digging for my car keys. When he's trying to grab my keys, like, I ended up on my stomach. And I look up, and I see my Jeep Commander driving away, just driving away, flying away. And I said, okay, well, either I stay laid down in this spot right here and die, or I try to get up. So I try to push myself up, but like take my left arm, take it right out. So gunshot to the chest, bigger than a soup bowl, and then my head all mashed up. And I'm trying to push myself off the ground. Kept trying, and I'm like, all right, you know what? One more. I'm gonna try it one more time. And I pushed up, and then out of nowhere, I felt these arms from underneath me pick me up. And I remember like swinging, trying to grab someone, and there was no one around. And I was just like standing up still, like a drunk, zombie, just like. And I got this like a shove, like someone shoved me from behind to go forward. I must have got about 7, 8 feet. I just fell straight down. Because I remember I hit the ground like on my stomach. I'm like, all right, well, I went as far as I could. This shit's hurting like too much. Like, let me just close my eyes and start relaxing. Sure enough, I'd close my eyes and all the pain started going away. And then I'd wake up real fast and be like, this is not right. I just got shot 30 seconds ago. How's the pain stopping? And I'm like, don't worry about it. Go back to sleep. That's a good feeling when you're sleeping. So I'll pass back out a little bit, and then I'd be like dying. And then I'd wake myself up, like my own voice, third person. And, hey man, get up, man, you're dying. And then I did that, and then I heard, hey, hey. And I like started hearing this guy, and he's like running over to me. So when I fell, there was like a probation officer at a stoplight, and he seen me fall out of the woods, like all bloody broad daylight. And then I felt his hand on my back, like, hey man, you're fine, don't close your eyes, come on, the ambulance is coming, they're coming. And I'm like, man, like I just want to sleep, leave me alone, man. But then in my head, I'm like, no, you don't, because if you fall asleep, you're sleeping forever. And I remember like getting on the stretcher, and they're putting me in the stretcher, and just like the facial expression of the paramedic was just a stunned look on his face, but in the same time telling me I looked great. I looked beautiful, like you're gonna be fine. And then it just like blacked out, and I went to like I was outside of the ambulance on my skateboard, filming it, like rolling telephoto filming of the ambulance, and the doors open, everyone's panicking, and I see my legs coming out, and like once it gets to my head, blacked out. Wow. I was pronounced dead on arrival right there. John Doe had nothing on me. They said, Doc, this kid's, gone, and Doc said, no. I'm here, let me try. And I was pronounced dead on arrival. Wow. Like, throw him in the body bag, he's dead. Like, the doctor said no, like, I'm gonna try to help him. This man doesn't know who I am. He could have said, yeah, he's dead, all right, I'm going back home. He said, no, like, I feel something, I'm gonna try.
Give up on him.
Man.
Did the heart surgery, gave me 24 hours to, see if I was still breathing on the ventilator. After 24 hours, I was still alive, fixed my arm and my head, and I woke up 3 days later. I remember like waking up, and it was still all white, white everywhere, and I'm like,
spray that when you shoot.
Dead. I'm 17, I'm dead. And then it starts to like come in, and it's like I see curtains, like a freaking oxygen tank, and I'm like starting to then out of nowhere, bam, perfect vision again. I'm in a hospital, and then I'm like tied down to the bed because I got the breathing tube in me. I got this thing pumping air into my lungs, so I start freaking out. But there was a nurse there the whole time, though. I didn't even notice her because I was all tied down, and I just hear screaming like, he's awake! He's awake! And I see her like running out of the room, and then like running back, like 3 more nurses and the doctor, just this woman just coming around the corner, flying, like throws her clipboard in the air, runs up to me, oh my God, you look beautiful! Like, and in my head I'm like, what do you mean? I look beautiful, I can't even, what's going on? Like, am I tied down? And then she's like, all right, 1, 2, and like on 2, she pulled that thing out of my throat, man. I got to breathe again, like real air, like, of course I coughed up a ball of tar and BBs, but everyone was just looking at me like, you're alive, like you're breathing on your own right now. Like, what's your name? I don't know. What year is it? What? What's
Big blessing.
Huh? Is there any way we could contact anyone you know with a phone number? I was like, 27. Out of anything, my name, anything, the year, only thing I remembered after that was my father's phone number. For 3 days, my family didn't know. My father was outside, like, spraying out the garage, and we got the phone call from the hospital saying, I think we've got your son, he's been shot, but he's alive. So, I don't know how my parents had this. I don't know how that feels like you're a father. Like, so, I don't know, it chokes me up because, like, it's crazy, but they came down there, and I remember, like, I seen my mom come in and my dad, and I'm looking at him, I was like, Mom, you can't get mad at me right now. She's like, mad? You're alive, you're alive. After, like, the 4th day, they were like, all right, get up, start walking, like, let's go. I'm like, let's go where? He's like, you're going home tomorrow. I'm like, it's been 5 days. He's like, dude, you're going home. What, do you want to live in a hospital? You want to go live your life again? I'm like, sir, I got a hole in my chest the size of a teacup. He's like, listen, Ross, I gave you a tip of advice. You live through this, you're gonna be okay. Just go home, live your life, don't hang out with these kids anymore. After 5 days, he sent me home. So like, I'm shot, you know? The parents are asking me questions. My dad's asking me, what are we gonna do about it? And I'm like telling him, like, Dad, I know who did it, you know? The next day, like, out of a movie, like, these men in suits came in. And my dad's like, yeah, can I help you? And they pull out their, you know, badges and FBI, you know. They say the kid's name.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, I know him, that's who shot him. He's like, oh, could you identify him through a picture? I was like, of course. Pull out a picture of the kid. I said, that's him right there. He said, Ross, we have him in custody. I said, how? I just woke up like 2 days ago. I just learned how my name again, like how to talk. He's like, the day blank shot you, he called blank and told him. So this kid shoots me and calls his buddy and says, hey, I shot Ross, he's dead. The kid's like, no, you didn't, you're lying. Because imagine another 15-year-old kid saying to a 15-year-old kid, you know? So after they hang up, the kid he told calls the police on him. And he was met by the SWAT team right at his front yard. Got him.
Oh!
Like, all I had to do was go to court and testify against him.
Oh!
I went in there, man, in a wheelchair, head still stapled, no teeth, 105 pounds because of all the blood I lost, arm cast, and I sat in front of 40 of his family and him, and he couldn't look me in the eye. He had his head down the whole time. And I had to tell my story like this to everyone. That was the first one. I had to go back to the final sentencing, and that's when I was healed. Like, so I walked back in the courtroom the second time. He comes out in a purple suit, top hat, cane, and sunglasses.
So good,
The kid who shot me at court, smiling. While his family cheers him on, says, like, way to shoot Ross, called me a coward because I was taking the justice route. Like, I didn't lower myself to his standards and go try to kill him. I spoke, and the judge like looked at this kid and said, you know, said his name and said, yo, Ross, thank you. And the kid just looked at the judge like, what do you mean? He's like, because if you would have killed Ross that day, you would have got life in prison. But since Ross was a warrior and survived, you get a second chance, and he just slammed the gavel on him. He's like, have fun in prison for 35 years. Well, I found out that the cause of the shooting was because he had a joint.
Ooh.
That was his initiation was kill a random person. He had to pick someone, so he just thought I would be the guy to pick.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that happened in 2007.
You're not a random person, though. You're the person he knows.
10 years.
And I'm telling you, the first two were the hardest. It gets hard, like waking up and knowing like someone tried to like shoot you down. You got to get through that every day. Like, seeing people. Like, I get on a bus, public bus, I'm freaking out the whole time. Like, I don't trust anyone on the bus. For a while, my mother had to like take care of me as like how you do an infant, like washing, changing, feeding. Like, I'm 17 years old and I got my mom bathing me. I can't move. I got no hand. I can't talk. I'm all weak. And my dad and mom were like, Ross, like, come on, like the doctors say, like, give it time. And then all my friends like coming to see me, hanging out with me. I started getting more positive. One day I woke up and I felt different. Like, I was like, you know what, this is my world. That's when like every time in physical therapy, like I would try to do something, mess up, I'd be like, well, it's like a nollie backside flip. Like, you're gonna mess up until you try it and land it. When I'd mess up, I'd be like, nollie backside flip, and I'd get it. Like, I'd do something with my hand and like put the thing in, and the doctor would be like, oh yeah, good job, like you did it. And I'd be like, So I like started living my life as like skateboarding. It's been working. I'm very blessed. Like.
All right, y'all. So we actually did the Ross Capicchioni, the Jonah Lucas video, and that was deep, but this was even deeper. Like, I just don't understand how some people can be so fucking cowardly to fucking join a gang, to take somebody's life, somebody's child, somebody's brother. You know what I mean? It just not. It doesn't register with me how nasty and vindictive people can be. This person was supposed to be one of the most trustingest people that he knew. 10 years, that's a long time. To smile on somebody's face, you know what I mean, and be around not only him but his family, and then turn around and try to take this man from the same people that he smiled in their face, you know, and had this relationship for 10 years.
Yeah.
God is great. He is not good. He is great. And it was not time for this man to leave this earth. God works in the most mysterious ways. And for him to wake up only after 2-3 days, the man was shot 3 times. You know, I swear I don't understand the nasty, negative thoughts of people. This world has just went cold. I don't even know how I would feel like to get a phone call about one of our kids going through something like that. I just, like, my whole world would just crumble.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here finna cry watching this, and this is not even my child. You know, so for a mother or a father to have to hear them words on the other side of that phone is devastating.
It is. It gotta be. Plus, they didn't know he was there for 3 days.
Right. You know, like, I freak out when we don't hear from our kids in 3 hours. But on 3 days. Right. It's just, I just don't understand people.
Man, I don't get the mindset. You do is you shooting the man first off. You shot your homeboy for 10 years. Y'all done slept over each other's house. Y'all done probably wore each other's shoes. Told each other, you know, all types of stuff. Y'all done got into trouble, stories, and all this and other, school, all that, and you literally shoot this man because you gotta shoot a random person.
And then you couldn't even look him in the face.
How coward are you? A man, my perspective is, a man does his crime, he does his time. You in the trial smiling, your family's laughing at this man. And
then for them to even say that he's a coward because he went the judge. Fuck you. And your thoughts. Your child sat here and tried to take this man's life, and you're mad because he walked in here on you? He walked in here on you. He didn't come up in here in no damn walker or no wheelchair, none of that. He came walking in here and he faced all y'all, all 40 of y'all. Sitting in there, and you got the audacity to say that he's a coward because he's gonna put your son behind bars for the rest of his life. That's where his ass need to be.
He came in and did. It's what I don't get. He came in a pimp suit. You're going to prison for shooting somebody, and you call. It's wrong.
And how can your family even open their mouth to say that?
Yeah.
Your wrong is your wrong.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, that is wrong for them not to even see that. Yes, that's your family, but they need to understand that you messed up. And at the end of the day, you tried to take somebody's life.
I gotta tell my kids, you own your own fuck up. If you don't own your fuck up, you ain't owning shit.
They can still love you, but at the end of the day, they have to understand.
Can't be blind to you.
It could be the other way around. How they feel.
Oh,
at the end of the day, you guys, the same thing we tell our kids, I'm gonna tell y'all. You have to know who is in your bubble, because the same people that is smiling in your face, in your house, around your family, in your kids, you know what I mean? These are the same people who are plotting behind you. Mm-hmm. You have to know.
Smiling faces.
You have to know. We have said this plenty of times. Smiling faces. The ones that are smiling in your face are the ones that will put you in the grave.
And it's so messed up because people could be so cold-hearted, have hatred, and you doing you.
And it's undercover hate. Yeah. They don't like the fact that you moved up in the world. They don't like the fact that you're not doing the same things. They don't like the fact that you actually have exceeded in something. And they are so nastily, undercoverly vindictive about what you're doing. They are plotting on you in every way, in every shape, in every form. You have to know. Well, you guys, at the end of the day, we appreciate that request.
Yeah.
You know, that was a really touching and deep video.
That's really amazing. That's that's a true blessing.
And at the end of the day, I'm gonna say this again because it bothers me when I hear people say God is good. He's not good. God is great. Simple.
Firm believer.
So you guys, we are going to jump off of here. We hope you guys like this reaction video. We hope you guys appreciate the message in the video, because we do.
Yeah.
Like we said, if you're new,
observe the people around you.
Please like and subscribe. Become family with us. If you're already family, we love you.
Of course.
We are gonna jump off here because we have a lot of videos to do for you guys. So until the next video, you guys are tuned in with
All In
with Brian Wright
TV.
Yes.
Sup.
Deuces.
Be easy.